Howdy y'all, I got the Bulldog on the channel. What I'm dealing with right now is kind of a conundrum, and I don't know, I think it's the world situation that we're dealing with at the moment. Some things you just can't get for whatever reason. What we're dealing with right now is a motor. Now this thing was at a Ford dealership. It's a Ford truck, and they promised to have it within a few days. This engine, it's on the other coast, and we gotta get it there. And a month goes by, and he calls them, and oh well, that one fell through, but we got one over here. And so another month goes by, and calls them, and oh well, it's on the truck right now, and it's headed to this dealer. We're gonna have them redirect it. A month goes by, and he calls them. Oh well, that somebody else snatched that one up. We got one down here that we've got a truck on its way right now. And another month goes by, and he goes in there, and this is what's going on. Oh well, that one fell through. We're sourcing another one, and he picked it up and hauled it to my place. Now I'm the one that's searching. And the first place that I actually called, I told them that. They said, yeah, they actually source their engines from the same place we get our engines. We can't get it. Okay, well, why did they say they were yeah, well, they'll tell them anything to keep the job. Just string them along. At least be honest with people. Come on. I just spent the last hour searching different places, and I just ran into that again. Every one I called said, just flat out, can't get it. We've got engines, we've got good blocks to build, we've got good heads, all the machine work can be done, that's no problem at all. We can't get internals for this engine. We don't know why. We have no ETA when we get parts, nothing. Same story. Just called a national known name, and they said, hey, yeah, we can have that for you next month. Are you sure? Yep, this date here, we're going to have these parts. Well, everybody else I've talked to say they can't get the internals for this motor. Oh, it's no problem at all. We'll have it. We'll have it this time. We'll have one built. What do? It's your responsibility as basically you're the general contractor in this situation, and certain things that you can't do yourself, you're farming it out. Rebuild the motor is one of them. You can't do nothing if you can't get parts. So how do you tell your customer that I will have it this time because somebody else said I will have it this time? It's very difficult. Very difficult. That's why I'm always wishy-washy. People have gotten after me about that. They said, why don't you just say you can do it? Yes or no? I can't do that. Too many times. So many that it is commonplace to know that it's not commonplace. That's why I say, well, if everything goes all right, if this part fits, if the delivery comes on time, my story is usually different because the circumstances are usually different. And this is why. There's a few people out there, that's their modus operandi. They lie. For some reason, they feel like, I've got them on the hook. Okay, we'll just let them flounder around in the water because I got them on the hook. And then when I feel like it or when I'm ready to reel it in, I'll just reel it in. No, no. I'm pitching that hook out of my mouth. If you won't, just be honest with me. It makes it very difficult. No matter what business you're in, you're constantly depending on other people. I am not going to stick my neck out for somebody when they can't be honest with me. I'm not going to tell this customer, I have this engine located. It'll be here on this day. No. I can tell him, I have been told this. They're the only ones that say they can absolutely have it, but I don't believe them. And he should already know because he's been dealing with it elsewhere. We've got some options. They're not good. None of them are good. And I talked to another place that said, well, I talked to this place and they assured me that, this wouldn't be a problem, but this is not a rebuildable core. And I don't want to get stuck with the core charge, meaning they take the old part back and they rebuild it, they fix it. This isn't repairable. It is broken. Broken. You'll see why here in a minute. Just want to let you know, in today's climate, some things just can't get. No matter how much you yell, no matter how much you stomp your feet, no matter how much you offer in cash, can't get them. They're not there. There's no pistons, there's no bearings, there's whatever. You can't get another motor because they don't make it. Somebody's got to make it. No, they don't. They really don't. I just went through, checking a different place, scrolling through all of their stuff. They have others that are similar, but nothing that fits. Can we make it work? No, not for the amount of money that you want to spend. You can make anything work. Cut, torch, and welder, you can make anything fit in there. But it won't be right. If you want it right, you have to wait. That's how it is. I'm going to show you here what I found, and you'll see why I'm kind of worried about, not losing money on the core on this thing, because they're going to have to do some work to it if they're going to use this block again. Hopefully this comes out on camera. We're inside number 6 cylinder on a 4-liter Ford, shooting air into the radiator. And there's water coming out the cylinder wall. Oh. It's down there in number 6 hole on this Ford Ranger. As you can see, it's got a big problem. So that's one of the things that we tend to find out weeks later. The customer has paid us, the customer has drove off, and the customer does not want anything to do with this thing later on. And then the company will come back on me and say, hey, this isn't rebuildable. You owe us $300. You owe us $600. You owe us $1,000 core price because we can't use this part. That's why I'm very skeptical. That has happened to us. We lose the money. You might wonder, why are you charging me more than you paid for it? It's called profit. I have to have profit. Guess what? If that one comes back and says, well, your core was not usable, and since we have your credit card information, how you paid for it, we'll just charge your credit card for you. And they do. You made $400 on this part, and we charged you $800 on the core. Didn't make anything, did you? How many big profit jobs have you done that'll make your money back? My guess is not enough. That's our side of it, as far as the jobber, the installer, whoever you want to call us. When we get into these big ticket jobs, what it is, it's not a big cash cow for us. It is a gigantic risk with a little reward. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. Talk to you later.